So for this first Christmas DIY, you are going to need some cardboard. Now, what I'm going to be doing is just tracing out some stars with this. And once I finish doing that, I'm going to move along into cutting them. Now, since cardboard is such a thick material, I would recommend cutting them into rows before cutting out each individual one. This will just really help prevent it from like bending and all that kind of weird stuff. And then after that, I am moving right along into decorating them. And if you want some inspo, I did like these peppermint spirals, and I also did some splatter paint. And the last thing that I did was just some like phrases like nice and naughty. And after I finished waiting for them to dry, I moved along into threading them. Now, cardboard has like 3 layers usually, and in between these layers, there's like these little gaps where you can thread the string through. So that is what I'm doing right here. And then after you thread it through, I would recommend tying a knot just so that the star doesn't like move around. And that is it. You just have to repeat these steps for the other stars, and then you have this really cute garland for Christmas. Alrighty, so the next DIY I'm going to be making is a Christmas collage, and typically collages are made of like 3 categories. The first one is like words or phrases, and then the next category is usually like patterns or just like scrap pieces of paper for usually like the background and able to like build on. And then lastly, we have images or drawings. You can use whatever you want. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be taking like this extra like piece of cardstock that I have, and then just organizing all of the pieces that I have together. Some tips that I have on making it look really amazing is just trying not to put similar objects next to each other. That will really help like balance the collage out, and usually then the result will be something that you really love. But besides that, there's not really that much to this. After you finish organize everything, then you can just glue it down, and then you have a little Christmas collage, and you can use it as wall decor or whatever you want. But I really love this, so you should definitely try this out. So for this last Christmas DIY, I decided I wanted to decorate some pine cones, and the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking some white paint and brushing it onto the pine cone so it kind of has like this snowy effect going on. And yeah, I'm just going to be dabbling some white paint on there, and then after that just blending it out a little bit to have it like have a nicer finish. I guess I didn't really like it so like bright. I thought it looked better. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing that for all 3 pine cones and waiting for them to dry. So moving along into the second step, I am going to be taking some rhinestones. I have some red, some green, and some clear, and I am just going to be gluing them onto the pine cones, onto the sides, and I'm just going to glue them all around. I really love the addition of the rhinestones. I just felt like it was that little extra something that can really make it like go to another level, I guess. But yeah, I really loved using these. The last step I'm going to do in decorating these pine cones is I'm going to be taking some ribbon and I'm just going to make little bows with them. And to do that, I'm going to be using the same technique as tying your shoe. So I have one loop, and then I'm taking the extra string on the side, pulling it around, and I have this little gap, and then just tying it. And there we go. We have a little bow, and then I'm just tightening it and just adjusting it a little bit. And then after that, I'm going to trim off all of the long ribbon and then trimming the extra excess that I have on the bow. And that is it for the bow. And then I just took some glue and attached it to the top. That is it for these pine cones. I really loved how these turned out, and these are really great if you want to put them on top of a dresser or just anywhere. These are absolutely perfect, and I'm just so obsessed with them. They are so freaking adorable. So yeah, definitely try these out. And that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe if you're new. And I'm going to be having some more Christmas videos coming up, so make sure you watch out for those.